Taoiseach, you just said a few seconds ago that if the nurses are working, they should be paid. This morning you said that you don't believe that they should be working, or maybe it's the other way around. But you have said they should be paid if they're working. You don't believe they should be working, and you have to verify it. I'm shocked that you haven't verified it, because the HSE are telling you that that's not the case, but you haven't verified it. We have, and we've spoken to literally hundreds of them. People like Zara, who's a second-year student nurse who does a 13-hour shift with 1 hour break. She does everything from emptying bedpans to washing patients to taking their vitals to comforting them. Linda, a second-year student on placement, her preceptor was the ward manager, which meant that the ward manager, her preceptor, was in meetings all day. She was left unsupervised, started at 7:30, finished at 8:30 at night. Watched and recorded observation of 10 patients daily. Now, I call that work. I don't know what you call it, but I call that work. Very physical, very stressful, and very vital work, very important work. And what you seem to be doing here is taking this debate about their education out of the context of a severe shortage of staffing in our hospitals in the middle of the COVID crisis. The COVID crisis has not gone away. The hospitals are short-staffed. In fact, in Linda's case, they were told later on that one of the nurses had rang in sick, and the response of the ward manager was to say, well, we're not going to get cover, are we, because we have a student nurse here. That is what's going on now. Verify that, please.
And Deputy Bríd Smith asked me what I call it. I call that what you instance abuse of student nurses. That should not happen on our hospital. Sorry, it should not happen. And in my view, it calls into question the very essence of what the nursing degree programme was about. And in my view, there should be written, I don't know whether that has been written to the HSE, whether complaints have been made to the HSE in respect of those individual cases, because if not, they should have been, and they should be pursued, or someone should pursue that on behalf of those student nurses. That is not acceptable in any shape or form, and particularly the case that Deputy Murphy spoke about in terms of, I presume, in the maternity wards. That should not happen. No undergraduate student should ever be put in that position. Never. And that's what I think the anger should be about. They should never be put in that... Sorry, just let me speak. I heard you. They should never be put in that position. And I'm of a view, if someone says you have to work a roster, you should get paid for working that roster. But if we allow that happen, well, then we undermine the whole basis of the degree programme. That's the point. And we shouldn't allow lazy practices or wrong practices by those who are meant to supervise and those who are meant to be in charge in our hospitals, if that is the case. Because they're resolutely denying that, by the way. And nursing directors up and down the country are saying, no, that's not happening. So there's an issue here. And they've been asked. And they're saying, no, the directors of nurses are saying this is not happening in our hospitals. And so the point is, there's 1,400 additional nurses have been employed and recruited since COVID began. So that's not the excuse. That shouldn't be an excuse. Undergraduate students should never be abused like that. That was not the purpose of the nursing degree programme. That's a very important point here. Otherwise, we're regressing backwards. We're going back to earlier times, which we thought we had sprung free from. We invested hugely in a nursing degree programme to make it better for younger generations to apply and do nursing, and to aspire to have a nursing degree and aspire to have a postgraduate degree as well. That was the whole purpose of it. And that's why I'm saying now, in addition to the reviews of allowances, which will happen before the end of December, in addition to the pandemic unemployment payment, in addition to the review of the pay for fourth-year nursing students, that will also be reviewed, and the results of that will be in November, and we will be paying higher allowances after those reviews. Of that I am certain. But I equally think, separate to that, there should be a comprehensive review now of the degree programme, how it's operating on the ground, because you talked about the preceptors, and you're correct. There's a whole range of management posts were created and resourced by the state to supervise the degree programme in our hospitals for a reason, to prevent the exploitation and abuse of student nurses in wards.
We're way over time. I'm sorry.